how are you? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first official Let's Talk video. So as you read from the caption in the advertisements that you've seen on Instagram or Facebook or on my WhatsApp status, you see that it will be coming to you every Tuesday, and I pray that it will be consistent, guys, because life is not a joke, right? So welcome again to the first Let's Talk, and I really hope these videos, along with the daily encouragements, because those also, guys, are not a joke, but I really hope these videos do inspire you, inspire us to start breaking some cycles, and as I said in my introduction video, create a better version of ourselves, not only for this generation but for the generation to come. So what are we going to talk about on this Let's Talk? So as you can tell from the title, it's Let's Talk Confidence, and confidence is a big issue among, I would say, 100% of the population on this earth, because at some point in your life, at some point in every single person's life, we've all had to deal with some confidence issues, some self-esteem issues, and kudos to those who have fallen out of it and never reverted, never relapsed in it, because as confident as someone may be, there's always a relapse in terms of, okay, there's something that would have triggered them to have a low self-esteem, right? And what the points that I'm going to be bringing out in this video are just points to help us to try and maintain this confidence that we are going to develop, because yes, we know that life is going to be rough and there is going to be someone or some trial, some situation that's going to cause our confidence to be shattered. But how can we get back to the point where we were, or how can we, if we're not there, get to that point where we can say we're confident once again, right? So honestly, let me even give you some background. This is part of the reason why I wanted to start this channel, because I've met a lot of people in my life, in Jamaica and also in China, guys, where I realized that self-esteem is really is a serious issue, and it breaks my heart that people look at themselves in the mirror and think they are ugly, they are not worth it, they're basically nothing. And it really breaks my heart, because yes, I know that there are some situations where you can get to that point where you start feeling that way, but then there comes a point in time where you have to break out of that, and in breaking out of that, you will better enable yourself for success in the future. Like, not only success, but success, yes, in all aspects of your life: emotional success, mental health success, like careers, education, every kind of success, right? So like I've realized that this is really a serious issue, and I would like to give my 2 cents, because I wouldn't say I'm the most confident person in the world. I have my issues. I have areas in my life that make me insecure, and I am working on those. Like, I make a consistent effort to improve those areas of my life, not to please anyone, but to feel comfortable in my own skin, right? So what are the things that I would use? What are the tools you would recommend, Shanique? What are the tools that you employ within your own life in order to maintain your confidence? Or even if you encounter a situation or someone that would damper your confidence, how is it that you were able to regain your confidence after such a trial, right? And it's really, guys, just speaking positive to yourself and having a positive outlook on life. And I know it's not easy, especially when you're going through things that it seems like the whole world is against you. Trust me, I know how that feels. Like, honestly, guys, I know how it feels to think that the entire world is against you or the entire world hates you. But just for you, just for your mental health, just for your happiness, your peace, your joy, just for you, you have to start training your mind. You have to start training your tongue to speak only positive things, because once, and I've seen it on many quotes, many memes, that the tongue is very powerful. Like, the words you say are really powerful, and it is the truth. Speaking positive to yourself, guys, is very crucial in ensuring that you build your confidence and maintain your confidence. So I'm going to be speaking about um confidence in regards to your physical appearance, which is what I was saying in terms of speaking positive to yourself. And it can also transcend the other aspect of confidence, where it comes to confidence in your education, career, or anything in regards to what we would like to achieve, goals in life, right? And confidence in terms of physical appearance. Now I said speaking positive to yourself. What would I usually do? So since a very young age, I have been I have been I have been practicing to speak positive to myself, right? Because I've noticed a lot of people, like, they often speak down to themselves. I'm like, okay, that doesn't look like it's working, so let me speak positive to myself. So, and I won't lie, I am a naturally happy person, so I can't even say that that doesn't contribute to the fact that I would find it a bit easier to speak positive to myself. If you're not naturally disposed to speak, to being happy, like, just wake up in the morning and you're like me, um, everything, every habit can be formed by consistency, right? Practice makes perfect. So don't just say, oh, that's not me, because if I wanted to be depressed, I could speak negative to myself, and definitely my whole disposition would change. Everything about me would change if I wanted it to. So everything starts in the mind, and making the choice to want to be happy, to want to have confidence, right? So these are some tools that I would usually use. I'd always wake up in the morning. I've realized I've done it more frequently since I came to China. I'd often try to find one thing about myself that I love, and I would go in the mirror in the mornings and be like, okay, I like my hair. I'd be like, yeah, so I like my hair, thank you, Jesus. Like, I'd be like, wow, girl, your hair looks so good. Like, even when it was in its transformation stage, like, yeah. Like, guys, my hair went through a lot, right? um Even when it was in those stages, I would be like, your hair is so gorgeous, you look good, all of the sort, and I would end with thank you, God, or in the middle of boasting about my hair, trying to make me feel good about myself and about my hair. I'd often be like, God, you did good, or like something to that effect. Or at the end of saying, oh, your hair looks so good, I would be like, God, thank you for making my hair so beautiful. And that is the key between staying on the side of confidence and not going to the side of conceitedness, because whoo, it's a very thin line, guys, and we ought to stay on the side of confidence, because God approves of confidence but not conceitedness. We ought to not go into conceit, because that would mean that we're trying to say, oh, we're better than someone else. You're comparing yourselves, when We are not supposed to do that. The only person you're supposed to compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday, right? Not any other human being, because everyone has a different journey. Everyone is beautiful in their own way, right? And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what's the sense in comparing yourself to someone else when God made you beautiful the way you are? Why are you going to look at someone else and be like, oh, they're prettier or I'm prettier? Like, it really doesn't add to the fact that you're trying to be confident. It really just steers you in the direction of conceitedness, and we need to stay on the side of confidence, right? So this is my challenge for you. If you're having issues or if you're having challenges with staying confident about any particular aspect of your body, be it your hair, be it your face, your eyes, your teeth, your hands, your feet, like anything that is making you insecure, we need to start speaking positive about it. But what I want us to do at first, before we get into those insecurities, is to find something that you already love about yourself. So if it's that you love your hands, be like, God, I love my hands, thank you for my hands. And you say that every day for a week. So we're going to do this on a weekly basis, where we're going to find one thing about ourselves that we are going to thank God for. We're going to look in the mirror on a daily basis, and we're going to say, God, thank you for my hands. And you're going to basically boost yourself, like, yeah, I got some good hands, right? And then you're going to do that every day for a week. Now, if you can do this every day, that you find something different about yourself on a daily basis to say, okay, I love this about myself, then that's very good. But if it is that you're finding a struggle to find something good about yourself, you're going to do it on a weekly basis. And if it is that a weekly basis is still too hard, bi-weekly is quite fine. Do it according to the timing that you feel comfortable, right? So we're now going to cultivate the habit of speaking positive to ourselves. So we're going to start by finding things about ourselves that we already love. If you want to note it down, then that's quite fine. If it is that you have it in your head, you don't need to write it down, that's also quite fine. Note down the things that you already love and start thanking God for them. Then after a while, you'll start to see, okay, I can add more things. So let's say for the first week you love your hair. Then the next week you're like, okay, I like my hands. Then the third week you're like, I like my feet. Just to find something about yourself until you can now look at your insecurities and start saying, oh, even though I'm not necessarily too confident about this aspect of my life or this part of my body, that I actually do like this, and then I can improve in this area. So how can I now continue to improve? How can I improve in this area so as to add this to my list of things that I know I am confident about, right? And we can start doing that, and you'll realize after a while that, wow, I actually am confident about who I am as a person. And once you start improving those areas of insecurities, it will start to brighten your spirit. It will start to make you feel good about yourself, that you can start pouring this joy, this happiness on others. And people will wonder, how is it that this person is just so confident? And you can tell them, like, do this challenge. Like, honestly, that simple. Do this challenge. Start just speaking positive to yourself. It sounds easy. That's why I said, if it's hard to do on a weekly basis, do it bi-weekly. If it is that it's once per month, do you guys, because only you know when and how long, the time period that is comfortable for you. So you got to work with who you are, right? And now that is for physical appearance. So I really hope you take on this challenge in speaking positive to yourself. And remember to end with, thank you, God, for making me this beautiful. Let's stay confident now. Let's not jump to conceitedness, right? Now, the next aspect of confidence is confidence in your education, in your career. Now, let me start with education, because it really just, it really flows into career, right? Guys, honestly, becoming confident in your education requires discipline. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow for many of us, because no one likes no one wants to have to discipline themselves, because we think that being free is the best way to be. But honestly, guys, there is a lot of blessings in being disciplined there, because successful people are disciplined people. As much as they look free and like they're enjoying life, they're disciplined to get all their content, all their products, all their services out to you. That is some level of discipline that they are exercising in order to be successful. And the end product that you are seeing, that makes it look as if they're enjoying life, there is some hard work behind that, and we have to get that in our minds. My mom always told me, like, whenever I was growing up, guys, I loved the Disney, right? Like, I was a Disney freak. Like, I was watching That's So Raven a lot, right, in my teenage years. And my mother was like,
Raven already has her money. Do you have any money? Go take up your book and go study so that you can make the money that Raven is making.
I'm like, and it's so true, because we're looking at a lot of people in life, a lot of people who we consider smart in regards to their education, we consider successful in regards to their career pursuits, and we forget the struggle that they had to endure in order to get that fame, in order to get that recognition that we all see, the end goal. And we can do it. There is not one person on this earth that is not capable of being successful. But what is the key behind becoming successful? Being disciplined and being consistent. And that is how we will start to feel confident, because in being disciplined, in being consistent, you start to realize, okay, maybe this subject that I thought I didn't like or I'm not confident about, it is now a subject that I can definitely tackle, and I can appreciate this subject and probably love the subject, right? Because I started to become disciplined and I took time. Like, okay, let's be practical, guys. I'm not going to tell you that, okay, if it is that you're struggling in math and math is your weak area, you're supposed to now take an hour out of your day to study math, because an hour in our world today is really long for anyone, right? Because we are so used to having things going so fast. Guys, be practical with yourself. You know your limits. You know what it is that you are comfortable with. Even if it's 5 minutes out of your day to take up a math problem and just try to solve that one problem in the day, then do that, and you have accomplished something for that day, honestly. And then you continue doing that 5 minutes out of the day until you realize that, okay, I can do two problems now. I can now spend 30 minutes doing math. I can now spend 2 hours doing math. Like, you will just realize that you have been cultivating a habit, and you are now becoming confident in the subject, because you're able to now successfully complete your task. And it feels good to know that when you've done some work and it's successful, it feels good to say, oh, I did that, right? Everyone likes that, likes to say this, I did that. And it's just the natural thing, for human beings to want to be successful, right? So it really stems from discipline, guys. And then consistency. So being disciplined ties with being consistent, because you can be disciplined for today, tomorrow, but then the next day you might fall off and be like, okay, maybe I can do. No, guys, consistency is key, because whether or not you feel like doing it, you just got to do it, honestly. And that is a part of being successful. That's a part of growing your confidence in regards to your education, because after a while you'll see that, okay, the consistency is now like a lifestyle, and you're going to be so confident in the fact that you are excelling in your schoolwork, you're excelling in your career, and you're just gonna be on cloud nine, in essence, like, wow, I can do this, and it's gonna feel good. And then you can now look in the mirror once again, because we can apply the principles from the physical appearance to the career, to the education, and we can now look in the mirror in the morning and be like, wow, I'm a successful business owner, or I am a student who gets a grade A in math, or I'm a student that is topping my university, I'm on the dean's list. Like, it's discipline, guys. Honestly, it stems from discipline. It stems from speaking positive to yourself. Also, another point that we can take from the physical appearance points that I gave you is that speaking positive to yourself, instead of saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, say, I can. Like, I don't know how many times people are going to reiterate this thing. Like, honestly, guys, speaking positive to yourself is really crucial in anything being successful, because when we are all going to face storms in life that's gonna dampen our self-esteem, not just for physical appearance, not just for education, not just for your career, but what are you going to do when the storm comes, right? What are you going to do? You just got to face it and keep it moving, as my brother would always say. You just do it. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Like, keep it moving, honestly. And in keeping it moving, guys, we can maintain our confidence, because we won't allow the situations around us, we won't allow the persons that we encounter to dampen our spirit. You just take it, deal with it, and keep it moving, right? So, guys, those are really just my 2 cents on this topic of confidence, and I really hope that you were able to learn some principles out of this, something applicable, so that you can start building your confidence, or maintain your confidence, or regain your confidence, and start that journey of breaking cycles, because confidence is really the core issue that we have to overcome in order to start breaking cycles. Because if you don't have confidence, how is it that you're going to take certain risks in life? How is it that we're going to do that? And we have to build our confidence, because it is crucial. Okay, so those are really just my 2 cents, and I really hope that they can help you out there to start breaking these cycles, guys. So, guys, let's start gaining our confidence, regaining it, and maintaining our confidence. Okay, bye, guys.